Oh, come on, Tuck. Yes, folks, it's time. It's time to sell Tuck the Invacar. I can't quite believe I'm saying that. It's almost 7 years, no, longer than that, almost 8 years since I acquired this remarkable vehicle, an absolute survivor, found in a field in Sussex, transported back to Wales, gently recommissioned, by which I mean I destroyed the original engine and had to replace it. And then we went off on adventures, but those adventures were long ago. I don't want to go adventuring in this car anymore. And it can't just sit here. The brakes are starting to get all sticky as it is. She needs a better home, a loving home, whereas I've left her very much in field find condition. Maybe someone would like the job of restoring her. But this is a big moment, and I'm not entirely sure how I feel about it, but nonetheless, it is the right decision. So Tuck is an Invacar. The badge very nearly says Invacar. Fundersley in Essex is where she was built, which is why some people incorrectly call them Fundersley Invacars, but they're not. Invacar was the company run by Bert Greaves, who also did Greaves motorcycles, and his cousin needed a wheelchair, and so he developed the original Invacars. This one is actually by design by AC. The government standardised and said it wanted one design, so from the early 1970s this was it, and what that got you was some slightly fatter arches and various configurations. You could have steering wheels, pedals, a tiller. We've got handlebars in Tuck. It got you a Steyr Puck air-cooled flat twin engine here at the back. We'll have a look in a moment. And a continuously variable transmission. So you just select forward or reverse and away you go. But yeah, every bit of this car is pretty much as found. It didn't have a rear window. I managed to acquire a rear window and fit the seal the wrong way around. We'll gloss over that. The window had been smashed out, so there was already damage here and here. But other than the dust for that extra barn find look, it is very much as found. I just haven't done a lot with it really, but we've been on some fantastic adventures. If I take you inside, these are 2CV door handles. They're not correct. It would have been more like Morris Minor Traveller rear door handles. Let's have a look at some of the things we've done. We did the Mach run up in Machynlleth in 2018. We went to Festival of the Unexceptional at Grimsthorpe Castle, was it? No, that's where it is now. Somewhere in Buckinghamshire, some school. We went there. We've been friendly with the Young Retro Motors Club. We met Pulsar owners. We went and did an auto solo at Goodwood Circuit back in 2019, and we drove through the centre of London. All these crazy things. I think she was on 27,000 and something miles when I got her. She's now on 33,500, and we're just not really adding to that. She's done about 100 miles this year. She did 100 miles last year. She's not getting the use, and I've even got a kit of service items that I just haven't got around to doing, because I realised she'd done about 100 miles since her last service. So there's some of the information. So 8,000 were built by each company between 1971 and 1977, and we believe she was in service. She was certainly taxed until 2003. So there's the spec. There she is going around Goodwood, and you can find more videos just there. But I did have a list in here of work to do. There we go. So the last oil change was at 32,332. Oh no, I did one at 33,387. Yeah, she's not doing many miles between services. So 33,387 was the last service. Done 200 miles since then. That was 2 years ago. Oh no, just over a year ago. Sorry, that was July. So yeah, I didn't really get through the to-do list. But there we are. In terms of condition, yeah, there's rust in places. There's still moss, original moss from the field in places. The heating system, there should be a duct that goes all the way around here to a scoop. That doesn't really work. Choke control, heater controls, not that either of them seem to do a fat lot. There's your twist and go. We've got a bit of play in the throttle cable that probably needs addressing. That's a bit too much. That's how you brake, and steering by pulling this from side to side. The drive is here, so that's what does your drive. And if I take you underneath, just want to put my knee on so I don't get my trousers ruined. It's all pretty good under here, but you can see there is surface rust, but it hasn't been allowed to develop. Thankfully, it was heavily waxed before being parked up in a field. Oh, we've got some detritus in our fuel tank apparently. But there we are. There's the single front wheel, and everything down there probably needs greasing again. So that's what's going on. That is TWC the Invacar. There's a little area here. I'm afraid I'm going to keep that because that's a genuine woodworm ridden 2CV chock. That is part of the original 2CV equipment. We've got a static seat belt, and the passenger seat will slide over to the other door. We've got some issues on the other door. The other door is actually a bit damaged. The bolt has just ripped through down the bottom here, so I don't use that door. Safest way, I can just use the other one. Just got a fuel tank and the front wheel under the little cover here. I may even refit the original indicators. These are aftermarket 2CV clear indicators. They're not quite correct, but yeah, that is TWC the Invacar. Let me get the key and I'll show you the engine bay. So here is the engine. It sits very slightly offset as factory. It sits off to one side. The exhaust seems to be okay. They can fail. Got our heater ducting going off there. We've got a points assisted ignition, so there's a Sparkrite box down here, and that means it uses the points, but the voltage is much less, so you don't burn the points out. I've managed to get the belts somewhat tight on the engine. They were flapping around before. There are various oil leaks. There's a big sump drain on the bottom. It has actually got a proper oil filter as well, but that's leaking. I think the rocker covers, they're cork gaskets. I think that one over there is leaking particularly badly, but 493cc. It sounds good. Little Solex carburettor there. Everything kind of works as it should, which I shall prove because we're going to get her up and running and maybe take her out for a gentle run. She might take a while to catch because she hasn't run for ages, which rather highlights my point. I'm just not doing the miles in her, and I don't think that's right. I think someone else could enjoy this vehicle a lot more. There are various reasons. It feels dangerous, to be honest. On the tiny lanes around here and the big fast A roads, it's not my idea of fun anymore. And I have no desire to go and do the big adventures. You know, we've been to Essex, we've been, which is right the other side of the country. Well, we've been down through London, we've been down to Goodwood, been up Shelsley Walsh. We've done all these things. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I've done those things. I don't wish to do any more. So, yeah, I think the time has come. Where'd I put the key? There's the key. Like I say, she'll take some cranking, I'm sure. Okay, TWC. Okay, fine. I've ignored you. You're upset. I get it. That's why we call her TWC. It's partly the number plate and partly because the noise she makes. It's only when she's cold. When she's warm, absolutely fine. It's such a sweet little engine. Those belts still don't make a lot of noise. Well, one last time, let's take Tuck for a drive. I've already got the handbrake off. The rear brake, I'm in the middle. The driver's side rear brake is sticking very slightly, I think, which isn't helping with the performance. So here we go. That's 30 miles an hour. Brake. See, she does stop. Sort of. Around we go to the right. So I would suggest giving her a full service, but frankly, I would trust her to go pretty much anywhere I would care to choose. And I can leave her parked up for no matter how long. And she always starts. And it just gets me where I want to go. Been a remarkable car, really. That's 40, so it can't be sticking that much. 50 mile an hour, and as gravity starts lending an assist, that's 60. That's got to free the brake up, hasn't it? Oh, whoa, whoa, slow down, Tuck, slow down. Actually, she's a bit of a flying machine. But it doesn't take much wind and you're blown all over the road, so you do have to be careful. Down to 50, coming up the big hill. And ease off for the 30. Oh, she's definitely rolling a bit better now. Well, there we go, folks. Was that my last drive in the Invacar? It's a big decision, but even Tuck versus Storm, where we drove through a hailstorm with no window fitted, even that was 5 years ago. We're not having the adventures, and I'm starting to get a little bit more protective of myself in my old age, I think. So I genuinely think our time is done. So I guess the big question you're all asking, what's the asking price? The asking price is £5,000, but I'm willing to, willing to discuss, because it's important this goes to the right home. There's always loads of people, oh, you should put a motorbike engine in it. No, this is an important piece of social history. And I'm very proud to have played my part in saving just one example. Tuck is not alone. There are quite a lot out there these days, but they don't very often come to market. But yeah, if you're interested, ian@hubnut.org. It'll be the first person to get a deposit in. I would recommend trailering or transporting her away. She does drive, we've just demonstrated that, but the brakes don't feel 100%, and certainly I haven't serviced the brakes in probably 4 years, albeit not many miles, but still stuff seizes up, so do bear that in mind. But I've got some spares to go with her. There's a very good following. There's the Invacar group on Facebook, very well worth checking out if you haven't already. And yeah, let me know what you think. Here come the dogs to apparently say goodbye to TWC the Invacar. Hi dogs! They're looking very, very confused. I am very proud though. I'm proud that I managed to save this car. I'm proud that I managed to get it back on the road somehow. I think often it's a case of more it runs despite me than because of me. But nonetheless, it's been such a characterful car. It's done so much for this channel. But it's not right for her to just sit here and start seizing up and rusting away. It's time for the next adventure. 14 years in a field, 8 years with Hubnut. What's next for TWC the Invacar? Right, let's talk about some other cars. Betty, the Australian Ford, recently took me down to Cornwall where I filmed the Vauxhall Cresta and the Mercedes Coupe you've not seen yet. Oof. And then we went on and drove a BMW i3, which I think you will have seen. If you're not into electric cars, watch it anyway. It's a really interesting vehicle. So it's been serving me very well. We've done like 1,000 kilometers in just a couple of weeks. And I was going to say just as lovely as ever, but actually she's starting to feel a little bit tired, unsurprisingly, at 351,000 kilometers now, I think she's on. Just needs a lot of going through, a lot of expenditure. Not sure I want to go there, but I'm having thoughts. Nothing rash, nothing rash yet. The big surprise, unless you watch Hub Notes and follow me on Facebook, is the Berlingo is out and has been for just over a week. Me and the boy went to see the girl at university at the weekend and find transport, again, sort of. Still not running 100%, still not feeling brilliant to drive, but just gets the job done. And 320 miles, hasn't even used half a tank of fuel. I need some of that economy in my life. Ellie the 2CV I haven't got any further with. I need to do something. The winter project is going to be sorting her engine out, I think. But it feels like there's no rush. The weather is already turning. I'm not desperate to take Ellie for a drive in what is rapidly approaching terrible weather. Another storm coming in tomorrow, which is why I'm filming this today. Yippee! Daihatsu Darren is going to come and help us with the Daihatsu, so that'll be getting sorted out. The Perodua Canary is at home, so it's feeling very empty in here because we've just got the Panda Bach, and yeah, off the road. But I need to get it on the road for Christmas when little Miss Hubnut comes back, so she can do some driving. Hopefully she can drive home from university. That should be novel on roads that aren't West Wales. So I need to get the cam belt done. I'm in an RN on the clutch as well. So we'll see, all stuff to do. But that's it really. That's where we are with the fleet as it stands at the moment. I am scouting around for something to replace the Rodius as the next sort of prize giveaway car. And I just haven't quite landed on anything yet. I even found myself looking on one of those salvage websites. So that'll probably be coming up in a future video. But yeah, the headline news is it's time for this one to go. So like I say, ian@hubnut.org if you want to make me an offer or discuss TWC the Invacar. And yeah, I shall see you in a future video. There is still TWC merchandise available on the Hubnut store if you want to grab it while you can. But yeah, the darling of the channel is going to move on. I can't even bring myself to pichew. It's just too emotional, man.